people to come into our country. And look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. Not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, in our country, and it's a shame as far as rallies are concerned. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back. Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation, and it happened 3.5 years ago. And what's going on here? You're gonna end up in World War III. Just to go into another subject, what they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country. And look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. Not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. And it's a shame as far as rallies are concerned. The reason they go is they like what I say. They want to bring our country back. They want to make America great again. It's a very simple phrase. Make America great again. She's destroying this country. And if she becomes president, this country doesn't have a chance of success. Not only success, we'll end up being Venezuela on steroids. The people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. But the people on television say their dog was eaten by the people that went there. The people on Taman, they're eating the cats. They're eating the our country back in World War III, just to go in to talk about it, because they're sowing this country. And if she becomes president, this country doesn't have a chance of success. The reason they go is they want to take place of the people of the nation. See, that dog was taken, now they use for food. But the people on television. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back. Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation, and it happened 3.5 years ago. And what's going on here? You're going to end up in World War III. Just to go into another subject, what they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country. And look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. Not going to be Aurora or Springfield.
Terminal, what disease? You told me too late, what's that cough and wheeze? Fatal, you're shitting me. A second opinion is what I need. Laughing in a windstorm, blowing all the cornstalks down. Crying in a funeral home, forward my mail 6 feet underground. Elimination, hey! Elimination, elimination, hey! Elimination. Contagious, say why not? Not just me waiting to rot. Painful, yeah I know it couldn't be easy when I had to go. I'm yanking on my plug, and I can't seem to get it loose. Pulling all the stops, your ideals change when you got nothing to lose. Elimination, hey! Elimination, elimination, hey! Elimination. Eliminate the right, eliminate the wrong, eliminate the weak, eliminate the strong, eliminate your feelings, eliminate too late, eliminate the hope, eliminate, eliminate. If I had just one more day, I'd turn it all around. I'd make a play of good, clean living and dig me out of the ground. And if I had just one more day, I'd say it to your face. I'd pull the plug on everyone, eliminate this race. We want the cure and we want it now. Reshoot hope, we don't care how. You're making a mess, disease in a nation. Runaway train to elimination. There's no doubt, sit on a slow burn from the inside out. Careful, what for? Last one out closes the coffin door. Spending all you save and wishing for a little more. If I'm looking at the ceiling, then I must be laying on the floor. Elimination, hey! Elimination. Elimination, hey! Elimination. Terminal, what disease? You told me too late, what's that cough and wheeze? Fatal, you're shitting me. A second opinion is gotta be laughing at the epidemic. Something is going around. Crying at the epidemic. Pulling on nails 6 feet underground. Elimination, hey! Elimination. Elimination, hey! Elimination. Eliminate the right, eliminate the wrong, eliminate the weak.
Yo, Trump said they killing kids and they be cutting on them. Telling lies so foul while Lumen's loving on them. Spewing racism for votes, man, how low can you go? J.D. Vance even said they be eating fluffy dough. Jake Donald, it's fiction, that's straight up delusion. Presenting fear as facts, just creating confusion. Prejudice, that's the only game they ever play. Need us hating one another to pull off they charade. Talking about folks like they monsters and beasts. Telling dumb lies, feeding hate in the streets. Trump got you hyped like it's World War Z. But Trump is patient zero when you're spreading his disease. They making us sick because they poison the truth. Turning fear to a weapon, will they turn it on you? MAGA propaganda, y'all, that's all fake. They dividing us with hate because their power's at stake. Truth gets buried where the sun don't shine. Creating fake problems, putting poison in their mind. It's a grand old party, y'all can't hide from the flame. When your good old boys got them torches and flames. J.D. Vance said black folks bring disease. Donald Trump said brown folks bring disease. The mayor of Mar-a-Lago spreading Nazi propaganda with an evil Teddy Ruxpin as his chaos commander. Blaming the poor while you swim in the riches. Blowing that smoke, hoping we won't see the glitches. You say man of the people, but you know that's a lie. Cause the ones who work this country are the ones you demonize. Trump's playbook is old script we've all seen. Fear all the queer, make them all look obscene. But there ain't no facts to all the trash that y'all spit. Just lame dog whistles wrapped in Anslinger shit. They making us sick because they poison the truth. Turning fear to a weapon, will they turn it on you? MAGA propaganda, y'all, that's all fake. They dividing us with hate because their power's at stake. Truth gets buried where the sun don't shine. Creating fake problems, putting poison in their mind. It's a grand old party, y'all can't hide from the blame. When your good old boys got them torches and flames. How many lives will you destroy with these lies? How many families splitting up from these lies? Fear mongers, y'all profit off that pain. Hate mongers, y'all got your cult inflamed. So wake up, America, see through their game. They build walls of division, but united's in our name. Power, control, that's their grand old plan. But it's united we stand, y'all gotta understand. Commies and Marxists, now that's all distraction, man. Trump, JD, I know you can't keep up the scam. The truth is a beast and it'll tear you apart. Cause real leaders lead with wisdom, not a venomous heart.
Let me in. Me. Light the flame, drag it deep. In the devil's bed where the angels sleep. He kisses the cross but invites me in. I'm the one your preacher calls for his sin. Blood red lips, my tongue's on fire. Screaming lust, baby, I'm unholy desire. Left hand love in the devil's den. Fuck the rules, let's bend and offend. Burn down, breathe in, come taste the blasphemy. Tune and turn on, we revel in ecstasy. Sacred horse sweating in a burning bed. In a 69 with Satan giving godlike head. Ladies and gentlemen, come join in the feast. Eat who you want, God, man, or beast. I'll wear the devil's mark, I'm proudly drenched in sin. Pansexual prophet, let the whole rainbow in. Making politicians choke on their unholy lies. So we can all come together under purple skies. We are leftist desire, they are moral decay. We're the wet dream, where their fears come to play. Orgasmic possession, rising up from below. Let's free their minds and seduce some new souls. Burn down, breathe in, come taste the blasphemy. Tune and turn on, we revel in ecstasy. I'm a sacred horse, shiver in a burning bed. In a 69 with Satan giving godlike head. Ladies and gentlemen, come join in the feast. Be who you want, God, man, or beast. Pierced hands, red wine, unbound, unashamed. The holy water's cold, but it can't quench the flames. Nail me on your cross, feel my prick upon your skin. An angelic hellish orgy, let's begin and never end. Burn down, breathe in, come taste the blasphemy. Tune and turn on, we live for
ecstasy. We're all sacred whores in our burning bed, in a 69 with Satan giving godlike head. Ladies and gentlemen, come join in the feast. Fuck who you want, unleash your beast. In the name of sin, I fight to win. Fuck the world and blaze till the end.
We're standing here by the abyss, and the world is in flames. Two star-crossed lovers reaching out to the beast with many names. He's the shining and the light, without whom I cannot see. And he is insurrection, he is fight, he's the force that made me be. He is nostro despota, nostri alma mater. He is we're hiding here inside a dream, and all our doubts are now destroyed. The guidance of the morning star will lead the way into the void. He's the shining and the light, without whom I cannot see. And he is insurrection, he is fight, he's the force that made me be. He is nostro despota, nostri alma mater. He is he's the shining and the light, without whom I cannot see. And he is insurrection, he is fight, he's the force that made me be. He's the shining and the light, without whom I cannot see. And he is the disobedience that holds us together. He is nostro despota, nostri alma mater. And we are falling over the precipice.
Wanna old so brief, I am precedence. I'm broad, untrustedness. The biz not diario suffit.
We're standing here by the abyss, and the world is in flames. Two star-crossed lovers reaching out to the beast with many names. He's the shining and the light, without whom I cannot see. And he is insurrection, he is spite, he's the force that inside a dream. All our doubts are now destroyed. The guidance of the morning star will lead the way into the void. He's the shining and the light without whom I cannot see. And He is insurrection, He is spite, He's the force that made me be. He is Nostro Despider, Nostra Alma Mater. He is. He's the shining and the light without whom I cannot see. And He is insurrection, He is spite, He's the force that made me be. He's the shining and the light without whom I cannot see. And He is the disobedience that holds us together. He is Nostro Despider, Nostra Alma Mater. And we are falling over the precipice. We're standing here by the abyss, and the world is in flames. Two star-crossed lovers reaching out to the beast with men.
He came to me in a black leather coat, whispers of fire, promises of smoke, red eyes burning, pulling me down. Took my soul, now I wear his crown. In the dark we twist and grind, dancing in sin, I've lost my mind. Hands like claws, but his touch is divine. Hell's my home and the devil's mine. Oh, no salvation in his kiss, I'm drowning in the devil's bliss. Flames rise up, the world turns cold, but in his arms I never grow old. I'm chained to desire, deep in the abyss. A lover's embrace, a deadly kiss. Our hellbound hearts, we burn, we cry. I'm the devil's lover till the day I die. He pulls the strings, he twists the knife. I've sold my soul, but I found new life. Leather and lace, the scent of decay. He's the king of hell and I'm here to stay. He takes what's his, no need to ask. I wear his mark like a twisted mask. Pleasure and pain, they blur and bind. I'm his forever, body and mind. Oh, no salvation in his flame, but I'm addicted to the game. In his bed of thorns I sleep, in his hell I go so deep. Oh, I'm chained to desire, deep in the abyss. A lover's embrace, a deadly kiss. Our hell till the day I die. Breathe on flesh, chains on skin. I let the darkness pull me in. Cold as death, hot I sleep. In his hell I go so deep. In his kingdom, I'm his queen. Wrapped in shadow, unseen. He lights the match, I watch it burn. Together, there's no return. No heaven for us, no sky above. Just fire and fury, twisted love. The gates of hell swing wide for me. In his arms I am set free. I'm chained to desire, deep in the abyss. A lover's embrace, a deadly kiss. Our hellbound hearts, we burn, we cry. I'm the devil's lover till the day I die. His grip on me cold and tight. In the depths we're lost tonight. Hellbound hearts forever entwined. Me and the devil, one of a kind. I am the flame, he is the spark. Together we're dancing, lost in the dark. The devil's my lover, no reason, no rhyme. I'm bound to him for all of time. For all of time.
Adults, dreams, and broken glass swept down the sewer with the rest of the trash. Never to be seen again. Now you're making a home in a garbage can. But here's a little story that I live to tell. Hello from the gutter, hello from a little hell. Wasted days, wasted nights, hypnotized by the city lights. Another king and another queen, living in the shadows so they can't be seen. But remember, all the world lies at your feet. And the big apple's rotten, rotten in the heat. Hello, hello, hello from the gutter. 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 Child, sweet 16, Broadway stars that have never been. All those dreams and broken glass swept down the sewer with the rest of the trash. But here's a little story that we live to tell. Hello from the gutter, hello from our little hell. Hello from the gutter, hello from the gutter. Hello from the gutter, hello from the gutter. Hello from the gutter. Welcome to the gutter, we've been expecting you.
Well, from the gutter. Hello from the gutter.
Welcome to the gutter, we've been expecting you.
guilt, no shame. I got the blood of revolution running in my veins. I fuck the system, no condom, no chain. Religion's just a leash for the power they feign. Hell's got room for lovers like me. We burn bright in our blasphemy. Come touch the flesh, let the fire in. Scream my name while we both sin. Boys, girls, devils in disguise. Ride the beast, baby, don't be shy. Politics, sex, and a hit from the pipe. Outrage the righteous, let's kill the hype. Bible thumpers preaching, but they're begging for more. Got them on their knees, screaming on the floor. Worship me, yeah, I'll make you sweat. They call me the devil, but they haven't met me yet. The cross is burning, but so is desire. I'm a pansexual prophet of sin and fire. Come kneel, baby, take a drag of the sin. We fuck to the rhythm of a world on spin. Hell's got room for lovers like me. We burn bright in our blasphemy. Come touch the flesh, let the fire in. Scream my name while we both sin. Boys, girls, devils in disguise. Ride the beast, baby, don't be shy. Politics, sex, and a hit from the pipe. Outrage the righteous, let's kill the hype. Holy water can't save the corrupted. We are the damned, the untamed, the erupted. I fuck like a sinner, fight like a saint. Born from rebellion, I'm not for the faint. Raise your fist, kiss the flame. In this dominion, we all play the game. Hell's got room for lovers like me. We burn bright in our blasphemy. Come touch the flesh, let the fire in. Scream my name while we both sin. Boys, girls, devils in disguise. Ride the beast, baby, don't be shy. Politics, sex, and a hit from the pipe. Outrage the righteous, let's kill the hype. Holy water can't save the rough, corrupted. We are the damned, the untamed, the erupted. I fuck like a sinner, fight like a saint. Born from rebellion, I'm not for the faint. Raise your fist, kiss the flame. In this dominion, we all play the game. Don't be scared. It's only hell.
Ajá. Ah.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Unfortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy. Nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good. Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm not great with flying. But these little shuttles are the worst.
Here's a tip. Don't close your eyes. You'd think that would make it easier, but it only makes it worse. Look out the window, pick a star, and just focus on that.
I'll give it a try. Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
It won't be easy for Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
A lot of familiar faces. Well, I mean, maybe not like specifically the ships, but models, the class. Let's see if nope. Here we go. Okay. Exploration. Okay. That's not how. Oh my god. There we go. All right. Huh.
The starbase on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the Academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5. Anyway, I finished in the top 20. Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the Academy. So, there's that.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough. But you know, I set my mind to it and it paid off.
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds. Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before. I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground.
The pleasure's mine, Ensign...
Paul Calloway.
Good to meet you.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
See you on the Resolute.
Good day, Commander.
Well, I wish I could have said something back. Let's see.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermot is a Bolian, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
Oh, he's over there.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Oh, you're right. Nerves must be getting to me. Thanks so much, Commander.
I mean, didn't even have to tell me he was blue as soon as it said Bolian. Over there. Orion, huh?
Excuse me. Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there he is. Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
I just like getting my completion.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
Pardon me, folks.
Excuse me.
Oh, that was so awesome. Excuse me.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermot, Operations Officer on the Resolute. Commander? I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now. I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It was perfectly fine. No trouble at all.
I'm glad to hear it. We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've read and everything I've heard, we're lucky you were available to us. Coming from a premier starship and all. To our little research vessel.
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the Academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion War. Most recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security on the USS Endeavor.
You've done your homework.
Like I said, we're very lucky. The USS Resolute. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
Equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other. That's what it means to be a crew.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It does weigh heavy. There are some things you can't forget.
Did you lose anyone close to you?
Too many. And to that I'll just say, you have big shoes to fill. Listen, I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time, and I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first. Until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
Trust is earned, and it sounds like I have my work cut out for me. But I plan on winning them over.
I don't doubt that. I just figured it was better to know what you were walking into.
Of course.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the hotel. I'll let the captain brief you on board. I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship.
I need to lighten up.
There's still so much to do.
Stuck. I got just the thing.
It's not that. Yeah. Oh.
Is that?
I thought the thing was totally fried. Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Millie.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Hey, need any help? Okay, good luck. Engineer.
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovak called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degousing plasma manifolds. Hanging upside down makes me queasy.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious. Looks like we got here before...
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Petty Officers Ed Solar, Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Edzelar on repeated occasions.
So you're saying we're irreplaceable, Commander?
That is one interpretation. Another would be that I would replace you if I could. You can interpret as you see fit.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovak. All hands on deck.
What's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovak said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it. And they're going to leave on schedule. Consequences be damned.
It all comes down to us, Nelly. We're the ones who will get it ready.
I know what we can do. But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Oh, whoa. Excuse me.
A lot of new faces coming on board. It's gotta be tough coming as a replacement. That's for sure.
They seem all right. Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship?
I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome.
Good to go.
Nephew never gets old.
Let's go.
Captain Solano should be here momentarily. You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home.
And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Can't wait to plot a
Earth.
post myself. The first mineral Captain Solano ever discovered. Always was the nostalgic type. I can't believe he keeps this around. Don't even know where mine is.
Zachary Solano.
He's still got a thing for trains. The warp engines of their day, apparently. Just a sip of something.
Ractigino.
Ractigino. That sure has a kick.
Jara Rydek. Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. My only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare. But, unfortunately, we've had our hands full with the refit.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient. I like it. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months.
Oh.
The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
I heard that you had an equipment malfunction.
Is that what they're calling it? No, that's just someone being generous. If anything, it was a leadership malfunction. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career. Right there. Within our grasp. Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship can handle. It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
You're being too hard on yourself. It wasn't your fault.
It's not a question of blame. It's about responsibility. No matter what the circumstances. In my defense, I will say, I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO, and I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on a course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
This is your ship, and you are the captain. So as far as I'm concerned, whatever you say, goes.
That's the kind of support I'm looking for. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least, I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note,
This is not good.
Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggested several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hotari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater. But the diplomat will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
So basically, we're being sent into the eye of a storm, more powerful than anything on record.
Well, yes. But we're taking every precaution. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
It's been a dream of mine since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Thank you.
Come, let me introduce you to the crew. I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks in humility,
Bonjour.
he more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time. And I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
That's very kind of you to say. I'm happy to be here.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done, but you definitely set a standard to strive for.
I don't know what to say. That's incredibly flattering, thank you.
I hope someday I can follow in your footsteps.
I'm sure you will.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please, do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
The storm is getting worse.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
Great. Let's get to that emitter. Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine. A massive, massive machine.
Now, what are you complaining about? We got the best seat in the house out here. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere, see new worlds, look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be. Diaz to Commander Chovak. We are at the SIF emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
recalibration.
Careful. Too much action and harmonics will deflect the alignment. Light touch, Carter.
Okay.
That wasn't so hard.
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive. Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
This is a research and discovery ship, first and foremost. Now with a former tactical officer as its new first officer. I'm curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition and all. But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then? You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
That's very kind of you to be concerned about my well-being. But you don't need to trouble yourself on my account. I'll be fine.
Well, I wouldn't say I was concerned, just curious, that's all. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest friends. So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
I don't think I could ever replace Commander Sutherland. And it would be a mistake to even try.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
We've got a massive energy wave inbound.
On screen.
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wide-band burst of ionic energy. Like a tsunami.
I'm reading power abnormalities all over.
Red alert!
Aye. Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
That's right, which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Petrosian, get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by. I need a heading. We've only got one shot.
Understood. On my command.
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
This is it!
All hands, brace for impact.
What happened? We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Yeah. So took most of it. Snuck up on me.
That damaged your suit. Energy dampening is down to 60%. Carter!
That hurt.
Do not get hit again. We're almost to the regulator.
the regulator point. Opening the access panel.
And now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral. EPS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chobot docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. All vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working?
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put them through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
We have crew outside and are looking for the safest way.
We have people on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order. Chara?
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
You better be sure you make the right decision.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
Starbase, stand by. We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse hull polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Understood.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark! Ah!
Grab my hand! I got you.
Thank you.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it. unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edsalar there to access the interior.
Roger that. Going there now. I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
They overdid the quick time events.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time. No time to fight me on this. Get in there.
Not on your life.
Let's not let it come down to that. We made it.
They're safe, bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
Nilly.
I'm good. Help me with him.
Let's get this off. Medical. Got one wounded at my location. Carter. You don't look so good. You gotta be more careful. I just got here. I'm not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet. Now let's get you down to sickbay.
Great.
Status report.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Hermot?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me. You disobeyed my orders. Well?
Respectfully, Captain, I made the right choice given the information
You
I had.
disobeyed my orders! And not just in front of the bridge crew, but the Starbase staff as well. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet. But what is it going to do to my credibility on this ship? From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order, but you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, Put your ego aside and trust your crew. Trust me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has already bent my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than he would want to admit. I guess we all are. And, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment either. You never really know if you weren't in those shoes. So, let's just boil it down to you did what you had to.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
I'm sure you will, someday. Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermot, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir. All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar. Set a course for the Hotari system. Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
Me? Helm. Do it.
Make way. Maybe I should have said that.
Nicely done.
Easy. Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look so good.
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
Commander, help me get her inside.
Well,
That was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on him, but he'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your duridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're...
rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
It does make me unique, but it's not a burden at all. I'm honored to be Kobliad, to represent my people.
As you should be. And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks. Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. A major innovation. Something he can put his name on.
I hear you. But that's my job, isn't it? To make sure that doesn't happen. And we don't lose sight of the bigger picture.
Which is exactly why I'm so glad you're here. We need you now more than ever. And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge. It took guts to defy a direct order.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure's almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
Then, my work here is done.
Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I came to see if you were okay. We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am.
You don't have to explain to me. I understand. I'm just glad you're okay. You trusted me earlier with the shields, and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
Now, Carter, the emissions that gave you that burn are quite unusual, like everything else that goes with this storm. That's a combination of hyronolin and lectrazine to counter the radiation effects. That should help speed your healing. She's come by a couple of times to see you already. Be brief.
It's good to see you awake again. I was starting to get worried. Not that you aren't in good hands with Dr. Duval. You did take one hell of a shot, though.
Ah, come on. You know you can't get rid of me that easy.
Don't push me, Diaz. You do not want to see me try.
No, nope. I am not getting on your bad side.
I am a formidable enemy. Millie was looking in on you too, by the way. But since it's just us right now, I had a chance to think about this while I was away. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse, leaving it unsaid.
It's okay, Miranda. You can tell me anything.
I know that.
Then come on. Just spit it out.
I'm trying. Let me talk. What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
You don't have to explain it. I feel the same way. There is something between us.
So, do you want to find out what that something is? If it's there for you, and it's there for me, why not give it a try?
Are you kidding me? I just said yes.
I wanted to be sure I heard that right.
Sorry to interrupt, but the patient needs to rest if he wants to get back to his old self.
Of course. I'll see you again soon.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Helm, bring us out of warp.
Dropping to impulse.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Shield integrity holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types. I've located the shuttle.
Opening comms.
On screen.
Shuttle to Resolute. Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering. Losing.
I can't get it any clearer.
We won't get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Come on, Diaz. First thing, lock onto the shuttle and stabilize the rotation. We're pulling in debris.
I'm on it. That's gonna take out the shuttle. There's the bridge. There's a large piece of debris headed for the shuttle. The tractor beam can't handle it.
Can our shields take it?
I believe so.
Commander Rydek, plot an intercept course.
On it. Here we go. Maneuvering thrusters bearing 53 Mark 17. 200 meters on an intercept course.
Maneuvering.
Got it.
Whoa! Someone's working hard on the bridge. aircraft on board.
Good job. We're on our way down to meet them.
Holy shit.
Terra firma, so to speak.
Ambassador Spock? The captain will be right down to meet you, sir.
In that case, I will wait for him here.
Apologies for the landing, Ambassador. I was operating the tractor beam, sir. I take responsibility.
It was not the smoothest transit, but you got us here safely. That is what matters. We thought we were prepared for our arrival in Hotari space, but it is evident my craft was not sufficiently robust for such intense ionic activity.
The storm has been pretty intense.
There was an element that was most unusual. Before you came to our aid, our maneuvering thrusters and impulse engines were rendered inoperable. So we attempted a short traversal at warp speed, only to find that we could not achieve warp at all, even though our diagnostics computer showed no faults or anomalies. What do you make of that? When all indications say that warp speed is possible, but in practice, we find it is not.
Well, this storm is one of the strangest phenomena we've ever encountered. It's disrupted other systems. Who knows what it might do to a warp drive?
Yes, it would seem further investigation is called for.
Take readings, run some additional diagnostic checks, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Quite logical. Petty Officer...
Carter Diaz. Sir.
Thank you.
Ambassador Spock.
Excuse me.
I'm honored to have you aboard. I'd like to get right to it. We're already behind. Ambassador Spock, my senior staff. It's not every day that a captain gets to welcome a Starfleet legend aboard.
You flatter me, Captain Solano. But legend implies the past tense, whereas I am very much focused on our present circumstances.
I didn't mean to suggest you were stuck in the past. You're right, Ambassador. Not the most diplomatic choice of words.
You are a legend, Ambassador. There's not an officer in Starfleet that doesn't know of your career.
I would never assume that to be the case.
We were hoping you could fill us in on the details. We got the basics from Starfleet,